You're listening to Evolving Moons Podcast
with Jess and Katie.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome to our pod number 4. Is this 4?
Yeah, this is our 4th episode.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Lucky number 4.
What? My lucky number
No.
is 3, but that's fine. Whatever.
That's fine.
4. Yeah.
Last episode was good too.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. We're excited because we have a new mixer.
Yay.
We had a time, but that's in the past now. It's fine.
We're here.
We're here. We got 2 mics. Hopefully you guys can hear us better.
Yes.
We listened to your feedback.
Yes.
And we're trying to upgrade for
that
y'all.
we are. 2 mics, 2 headphones, a new mixer. Let's get it.
Yes, we're excited. So today, we're kind of starting this topic about balancing our lives. What that means to us, different ways you can find balance in your life.
Yes.
Both physically and mentally.
Spiritually, what have you, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many aspects that go into it, so we thought that maybe it would be better to have multiple episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe not in a row. We'll see. Whatever happens.
But yeah, main focus for the next couple.
This is balancing part 1.
Yeah.
So we tried to do an intro earlier. It didn't work, but I have already done a reading.
Yes.
I used the moon deck. I love the moon deck. I'll probably use it often because I left it here so that I would never forget one when I come over to record.
It's so nice. Thanks for that.
Yeah. And when I went into this reading, I was focused on, what did I say? Do you remember?
You asked, what do we need for balance, right?
Yeah. I forgot how I worded it.
Yeah, but it was...
Yeah.
How we bring about balance in our lives.
Yeah, what do we need to balance our lives?
Yeah.
What do we need to balance our lives?
Yes.
And we pulled this card, and it says, "My home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection." And it was the sanctuary card.
Beautiful.
If you can see. I don't even know if you can see. On it, there's a cute little altar with crystals and a little...
That is so cute.
like plate with sage and a candle burning and some flowers and some moons in the background.
That's real nice.
It's really cute. And this card focused on kind of having a space for you where you can kind of ground yourself and have a home for, like a home base kind of thing is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah, I talked about having a place where you can feel very peaceful and tranquil and very comfortable with yourself, very at ease, where you can kind of release everything there and fall back to there for comfort.
Yes. Yeah, it had a great kind of underlying thing of just having a space for you to be yourself and grow.
Yeah.
A place, kind of like a home base. I feel like is the best way to describe it.
Definitely.
Yeah. And when it comes to balancing, I think that this is a great start. You know, a lot of times we don't really have a place where we feel comfortable or where we can kind of be ourselves. And I think it's important to kind of have a space for you to do that.
Totally.
For me, the first thing I started to build was kind of like my altar.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I don't really call it my altar.
Yeah,
it's just it's the top of my dresser in my room. But you know, it started off with just a few crystals, and now it's like I have crystals set up in like a cute formation. I have the cloth, the reading cloth set out that you got me.
Aww.
And I have like my shelves now for crystals. The crystals just kept growing.
That's so nice.
But and there's like candles and am I a witch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
I feel like mine's definitely my room, but also my little gym space that I have outside now.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. It doesn't have to be an altar, like a literal altar, like you are a witch or a priestess or something.
Yeah.
It can be wherever you find peace.
Right.
So you kind of have a home base, like a grounding spot where you can kind of get started.
I guess it's also where you would probably feel your most balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what balanced means to everyone will be different. And when we were talking about this podcast and the idea of balance and living a balanced life, I was taking it very literally. When Katie brought the idea up, I was like, okay, well, I feel like I'm pretty balanced as a person, but what do you mean? Like, I'm not balancing a bunch of different things right now. I've finished school. I have a really stable job. I have solid relationships. I work out every day. what am I balancing really? And then I had to think about, to me, balance more means happiness, wholeness, stableness, or stability. I feel as though balance means mentally you feel content most of the time. You feel like you're on the right path. You feel very whole, very grounded. It's not necessarily that you're balancing a bunch of different physical things or activities or even feelings, just that balance is within you, or peace, I guess.
I think it's just encompassing all of your life into how you want to be living and how you want to feel, and how balance feels different for everyone, I'm sure, but it's focusing on what things you are doing in your life that contribute to your feeling whole.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, they can be all different things. I mean, we have a bunch of, I just listed a bunch of things.
Yeah, there's lots of things that go into it, and I think that's what we're trying to focus on.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about things that we like in our lives that make us feel balanced and whole. We'll talk about, I guess, things that we used to not have, or things that we were craving, or maybe things we didn't even know we needed that we now have.
Or things that we feel like we need and we know we don't, and like what we've learned from that kind of thing. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one of the ways to know, what balance is, you have to look back on a time when you weren't balanced.
Yeah, when you felt so out of place and just scrambled.
Or even you have to at least become aware that you are in this time where you are not balanced. Yeah. I think that's the first step. For me, I know that there's times where I haven't felt balanced, and a lot of them had to do with relationships. So like, I just went through a breakup. I felt out of balance. Yeah. I was wild, and I don't even know what was happening with me.
You lost your other half. You lost a part of you that made you feel balanced.
Yeah, it threw me off completely. Yeah. And that's happened in past relationships too, where, I wasn't myself in the relationship, and it wasn't in a different way. So like this one that I did back, we'll edit it if I didn't mind. Okay, let me restate this. The breakup I just had, I felt out of balance because I was hurting and grieving, right? Yeah. My previous relationship before that, I was out of balance during the relationship, and the breakup is what helped me rebalance myself and re-find myself. Yeah. That's what I was.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. And the same thing happened when, like my parents went through a divorce. Like it really just, things like that just put you out of balance, and you have to find those situations and think about how I'm feeling right now. Yeah. How I want to feel, and what do I need to do to get there.
Yeah, I definitely think it's really traumatic situations that happen that throw you out of balance.
Yes, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I got in a car crash once, and I was like bawling my eyes out. I felt so weird for like a few days, and I couldn't drive a car after that.
Anxious.
Yeah, and so I think little things also could trigger not feeling balanced.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially there was a lot of times I didn't really care about school in high school, but in middle school I thought I really cared about school, and there was times when I would be doing shitty on tests or shitty on my homework, and I'd feel so not okay. Like my whole life was ruined. But people that are very academic that really care about that, especially throughout college and stuff, that can be a huge thing that's throwing you off or making you feel off balance, is when you're not performing well, or especially with sports players, people that have played sports throughout college.
Yeah, you start to get in your head, I think is a good way of explaining it. Yeah. You start to get in your head, and it really just changes your whole mood.
Totally. It can be the littlest thing.
Yeah, you're not even yourself anymore. And that is a sign that you are not in balance. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. When you don't feel yourself, you're not yourself because you're not in balance.
Yeah, you're not in balance. You're not in harmony. I don't know what you would say.
No, that's nice. I feel like also other things that can throw you out of balance are just an unhappiness with yourself in life. We always go through changes in life. Yeah. And a lot of those changes have to do with relationships, but a lot of those changes are within yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Like for me, there was a time when I hated myself. I like genuinely to my core hated myself. I hated how I looked. I was overweight. I hated how I treated people. I hated how people treated me. There was nothing that I enjoyed about myself. So obviously at that time I was very out of balance. I didn't even know what balance was. I had never felt balanced probably at that time. So I mean, to get out of that, I had to change my behaviors. But going back to what we talked about in the beginning is having like that home base. I definitely had to spend a lot of time, introspective time, thinking to myself, trying to think about what I wanted to change, trying to think about why I didn't feel balanced or what I could have done at that time to make me feel balanced. And I found the gym during that time. I really started working out. I started dedicating myself to being active and living a healthier lifestyle, which made me feel better about myself, which in turn made me treat people better. So I think sometimes a lot of things in your life can be out of balance, but one change can put everything back into balance. It's not necessarily like changing every single thing. It was a domino effect for me.
Yeah.
So
I think I kind of saw that too. When we first started being friends, I think you had already lost a lot of weight, but you weren't so much like on the workout grind.
Yeah.
And we didn't become close until like you were kind of getting into that cycle, and it was like you were starting to open up more. You were starting, you can kind of just see it in a person.
Yeah,
if
totally.
That makes sense.
Well, I didn't feel confident for so long, and I think that is a balance thing too. Is if you don't really feel whole within yourself, then you don't really truly love yourself yet, because there's not all of you there to love. So
yeah.
I think
now part of you becoming your own was going on that journey.
Yeah.
On your own. You had to make that own decision for yourself.
Right. And balance is a really important thing in life, but I feel like balance within yourself is so huge, because you can't have a balanced life if you internally are not balanced. Like I had a fine relationship at that time. I was with Josh. I was, I had a great relationship with my family.
Like,
I was everything else in my life.
You don't need to be in a relationship or whatnot to be balanced.
Everything else in my life was balanced.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't.
Yeah.
So that's the opposite side of it, is that everything else can be going great, but internally I wasn't. So I wasn't balanced.
Yeah. I mean, I can relate to that too. Like in this past breakup, I've lost like 10 pounds, and I feel like it's definitely contributed to me feeling better.
Yeah.
Because I'm like in a 2-piece bathing suit now. I'm like,
yeah, hell yeah.
Get it, Katie. Like you get your confidence.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally see that. And like, I like to go on walks.
Yeah.
I go on walks, and I've been doing yoga.
Exercise is such a great balancing tool.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. We're definitely going to have an episode for me on this, because I'm obsessed now and I love it.
The Jess story.
But I have done so much research on freaking exercise, and I was literally never, I played sports growing up, but I fucking walked the mile every time I could.
Always walk the mile.
I would call out of PE. I'd make my mom call me out during my PE period, or I always had male PE teachers, and I'd be like, I'm on my period, I can't run today. And they'd be like, oh my God, don't talk to me about blood.
Yeah.
And then I'd just go sit in the fucking laundry room.
Always use the
So I was really
excuse.
I was not.
Young girls, if you're listening to this, don't listen to us.
Don't, yeah. Run the mile. No.
Unless if you are on your period,
just kidding. Use the excuse. It's your right as a woman.
It's your right as a woman.
You have to push a baby out that bitch, you can use it as an excuse.
Oh, well, I'm playing that in high school.
Not in high school.
To each
or
your own.
Middle school.
To each your own. Whatever.
Anyhow. I really, really, really feel as though everybody should incorporate some type of exercise or physical activity into their life to find balance, if not for any other purpose.
Everyone. I hate working out. I will say that. I love the effects of working out. I feel great after I work out. But when it comes to like repetition, like weightlifting, cardio, that I get so bored. I'm
obsessed.
I have ADD in life, I think, so I think it transfers to that.
Yeah.
So I like going on a walk with my friends.
Yes.
And like going on hikes with my friends, and then I'm down for like a little yoga session.
Swimming's a great form of exercise.
It is, but that's also very repetitive for me. You have to do it for a while.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me.
Yeah.
But I do see the value of like keeping your body moving, your you feel better after. Obviously.
Yeah, I never, ever, my highest point in the day is right after I work out. I never feel as good, and I feel great all the time now, because of my working out, but my highest point in the day is always right after a workout because I have all this energy flowing through my body. I have serotonin, endorphins releasing, and I get this like a runner's high, I guess, but from weightlifting. I don't know, maybe it's also my pre-workout, but
yeah,
but
sure.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing something good for myself, and it's a time for me when I'm by myself. So I really do, not that I'm like thinking about important shit when I'm exercising, but I feel like I'm taking that time just for me, and that's super, super important. And to me, that makes me feel great and whole and balanced and very productive.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thanks.
So as we mentioned in the beginning, when it comes to balancing your life, it goes with two things. We were talking about both the physical and the mental.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the working out, obviously, it goes to your mentality, but it's definitely a physical thing.
Yeah.
But for me, my balancing thing would probably be finding my spirituality in a way, like navigating that. You'll definitely have an episode on this too, so get ready.
Hell yeah.
But I have since probably around 2018, 2017, 2018, I have kind of started this spiritual journey. I found it through Almost 30 podcasts, mostly, and Milana Snow. But I've always kind of had that within me, like for me, it started with crystals.
Right.
It started with these little things that I like I've always been into like my zodiac sign. I've always been into things like that. It always intrigued me. But I didn't really start diving into all of this until a few years ago. And through that, I've definitely became more my own. Like I've been stepping into my power, myself, however you want to put it. And I found things like pulling tarot cards and dove into astrology. You guys got to hear us sound really nerdy last week talking about astrology, but that what makes me happy. Yeah. Like it really I light up when I talk about those things.
You do.
And my favorite thing is getting to share it. Recently, I found that it's been fun really navigating it and finding it.
Thrived when we did our circle, circle.
That was my thing. I
really have never seen you so excited, so into something, putting so much attention. You printed out everybody's birth charts.
I printed everyone's birth chart.
You led us through a meditation. You really, it was very meaningful to you, and you could totally see it. And you were so nervous before.
I was super nervous because I never led anything like that before.
Completely excelled. There was nothing about you that seemed uneasy or uncertain or unstable at all during it.
And I think the thing that made me the happiest was the feedback that I got back.
Everyone loved it.
And all my friends are kind of starting to get into it too. Yeah. People I've been giving people decks, and people have been buying their own decks. And I have people asking me questions, and
you get DMs from people being like, "Can you do a reading for me?"
I have random people asking me to do readings, and my girlfriend yesterday texted me and wanted to talk about all natural deodorant. It's nice. It's nice. I just like seeing that effect that I can have on people. Yeah. Not so much that I want the validation from it, but it's nice to see that what I'm doing is also helping other people and inspiring other people to kind of start their own journeys in different areas as well.
I feel like that's something that definitely would give you balance or make you feel whole.
Yeah, I'm a very nurturing person.
Cancer.
And I think that comes out in so many aspects of my life. I'm a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher now, and I'm trying to be a teacher. That takes a special person to want to help people in that way. And then I do these, I always want to put on events, and I loved doing the solstice one because I got to combine both of my love for having events and parties and food involved. We love doing that. I thrive when I do that too, but then I got to add my spiritual craziness to it and share it with people. Yeah. And just kind of be myself. It was weird. I was hella nervous.
But it was so good.
I was nervous because no one really gets to see that. And now it's definitely coming out.
Yeah, you've definitely been coming into your own with this.
I have been.
I also feel like this is something that you really leaned on recently because of your breakup. Mm-hmm. And it's been, you went through a time when you did feel super unbalanced or just unsure of where you were going next. And you've leaned on this a lot for stability. And I think that that is something that's really important to mention, because a lot of people do that. Like we mentioned religion in the last episode, a lot of people do that with religion, and people can do that with this or some other type of spirituality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's also, I've had this time to kind of use my voice more. I feel like when my breakup first happened, I was super in my head. I was like not myself. I wasn't really talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And now like we got this idea to start a podcast. I've been talking more. I didn't pick up a deck for like a few months. Even before the breakup, I feel like I wasn't really in a great spot. And I hadn't picked a card in a long time. And now I've been picking cards left and right. And it's been great. I've been loving it. It's like making me feel better almost.
Yeah. No, it does. It is definitely a form of therapy.
Yeah. I think finding your own spirituality is really a way to kind of bring balance into your life. If you feel out of whack and you feel like you aren't connecting with something, there's probably something going on in your life that shouldn't be happening. So we have our two things kind of that make us who each of us are. Yeah. Yours is the gym, working out, feeling good. Mine's being a witch and feeling good.
Mine is practicing witchcraft in the forest.
Yeah. And so this all kind of goes back to, having your home base.
Yes.
Having your place where you can kind of ground yourself, root yourself, and start to grow.
Yes. And we said in the beginning, home base doesn't necessarily mean your house or your room.
Yes.
Can be a place that you go to mentally, or an activity that you fall back on regularly that gives you this peace.
Just having some kind of space, however you want to hold that space.
Yes.
That's a great place to start, is finding your one thing. Obviously, there's lots of aspects that make up a person. You have so many different parts of your life that all goes in with balancing your life.
Totally.
But it's great to have the one core thing that, makes you who you are. And once again, the thing that I thought of was the movie Inside Out. Because she has all these islands, in her brain that make her who she is. If I had an island, my main one would be witchy.
Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah, my island would totally be a gym.
A gym island.
It would be like a gym, and then the extension of the island would be like a health restaurant.
Okay, sure. A health
meal plan.
A health island is what you should call it.
Yeah.
Health island.
Health island.
Witch island.
Yeah, that's so nice.
See, that movie goes with everything.
Watch Inside Out. It's a rule book for
I don't know if we can legally do that, but it's
Disney, don't sue us. No.
Oh my god.
They're not watching.
Anywho.
Yes, home base. Finding your island.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Find your beach.
Find your beach.
That's nice.
Life's a beach. No.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just saying beach things now.
We're fucking cutting it.
Okay, so we're done being dumb now. So we were talking about home bases, and in order to find balance, you need to have one. So if you don't have one, identify it. Figure out what brings you the most joy in life and make that your home base. And also, to find balance, you need to have a definition of balance. And like we talked about in the beginning, it is different for everyone. So for me, balance really means happiness and peace. Stability, I guess, goes into that. And I'm sure for you, it means something different.
Yeah, for me, balance is, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's what brings me joy, what makes me me, what makes me feel whole.
Yeah.
What kind of balance, and you're not supposed to use the word in when you're defining a word, you're not supposed to use the word in the definition. Yeah. But for me, it's like, how do I feel the most balanced?
Yeah.
That's how I would describe it.
Yeah. So, it is different for everybody though. So in order to have it, you have to figure out what it means to you. It can look different to you. My idea of a healthy, balanced life is working out regularly. It's eating well regularly. It's taking a lot of time to myself by myself. I'm not that social of a person, so I really do value time alone. But for somebody probably like you, but definitely for my boyfriend, he's so social and outgoing. He gets his energy from being around other people. So his balanced life looks a lot different than mine.
Yeah, but for me, I feel most balanced when I'm helping other people, when I'm kind of put there on the spotlight, when I'm sharing things with other people, probably is when I feel the best.
That's great. So yeah, it's different for everybody. So figure out where you want to have your balanced place be, your home base, your island, and figure out what balance means to you. Okay, so we're gonna wrap her up here. I found this fun little article on Forbes.com called 5 Simple Steps for Creating Balance in Your Life. So I just wanted to share the main points for anybody that needs some help figuring out how to find balance. So the first one is take a break. Take some time to unwind, relax, and recharge. It could be a couple hours a day or during the week. So I think that is super important. Yeah. I definitely take that time in the morning before the gym. Like before I work out, I get up an hour before I work out and I just spend that time getting ready. But I don't do anything. I don't check my phone. I don't even eat. I mean, I just sit there, I guess. I don't know. But
my whole life is a break.
Okay, that's really nice.
No, I really enjoy taking breaks. I'm like really good at it.
But your comfort, your little home base with your spirituality, I feel like that's a great way to take a break because you meditate.
Oh yeah, that's very true. Me taking a break is I have like my meditation playlist going. I'm burning Palo Santo in my room and I'm like bumping and I pick a card.
Also, you take breaths all the time. That's another way of a break for us, small breaths.
You could literally, a break doesn't have to be a 20, 30 hour thing. A break can be for 20 seconds. You just like close your eyes for a second and take a deep breath and kind of clear your mind and unwind, and then you like are back into it.
Yeah, and you can do it wherever you are at. So that's very helpful.
Yes.
The second one is embracing a healthy lifestyle. Your health is bound to affect every other aspect of your life. Eat healthy, get enough sleep, stay hydrated, and work out regularly. So obviously that's my big one. But it is super important to get enough sleep and also to hydrate your body. If you don't get enough sleep, there's no way you're ever going to feel balanced because your whole mood is going to be thrown. Sleep is so important. It recharges your body. It rests your body. Water, what the fuck? Like, drink something, hydrate. I mean,
water, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't know, I'm sensitive, but I feel off when I don't have enough water in me. I can definitely tell when I'm dehydrated. But overall, in general, being healthy, yes, very important to being balanced. 3, avoid negativity. Adopting a positive mindset, staying away from negative influence is essential for inner peace and happiness. Yes, totally. That's something that we talk about every episode so far. We've talked about being positive. Having a healthy, positive mindset, being grateful, reaffirming yourself all the time, loving yourself.
I think it's also important to have that positivity. Like, it has to come from you.
Yes.
You can't search for positivity.
Yes.
It has to start with you. You are your home base.
You are your home base. That's so nice.
One. Quote me.
I will. We'll put it on a t-shirt. Okay. 4, learn to prioritize. Creating balance isn't about cramming as many things in as you can every day in your life. I feel like that's really important because a lot of times I think people misinterpret balance being like, I have all these things that I need to do and I can't get it done. How can I possibly feel balanced?
I think that it's important to separate the words balancing and juggling.
Yeah.
You are not juggling things in your life. That is so different. When we say balance your life, you're not balancing. It shouldn't have a negative connotation to that.
Right.
It means that you're trying to better yourself. You're doing all these positive things.
Yes.
I think that's what you were doing when you were thinking of, when you were first thinking about balancing your life. You're I was thinking of the literal term of balance. Yeah. People often use those two words
interchangeably.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. You're not juggling your life, is my point.
You're trying to stabilize and create peace within your life all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely learning to prioritize is a huge one there. You should not feel like you don't have enough time in the day. You should not feel like you're stressed trying to do all these things that you feel as though you need to do. Being balanced is really focused on what you feel like you should be doing, what you feel like gives you happiness. Yes, some things you need to do, obviously.
This is actually one I really struggle with this. I am so bad at prioritizing the things I need to do with the things I want to do.
Yes.
I am so bad at doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. But am I balancing myself because I'm prioritizing the things that I want to be doing? Maybe.
Maybe, somewhat, yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to do both, though.
Yeah. You should do what you're supposed to do. That probably will make you feel better and less stressed.
Yeah, definitely it's more rewarding knowing that you accomplished things in your day that you had to do and also made time for yourself.
Very true. Yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you should listen to me. I'm just saying I struggle with that personally.
And the last one is to pamper yourself. Spending time to treat yourself can help your mood, mental health, and self-esteem.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. That is
Quote that show.
So important. So important. To take time by yourself, for yourself, doing nothing but what you want. I love a bath. I love to take baths. That is
a good bath.
Yeah.
I don't have a good bathtub though, so that's really disappointing.
My parents' bathtub is phenom. But I mean hot tub too, like, or spa day.
Oh, I miss the spa.
Me too. Nails, even
when this
like
is
just
over,
sitting and getting
we should
nails.
go get our nails done and go to Burke Williams.
Okay. We'll treat ourselves.
Treat yourself.
Okay, well,
it's a Parks and Rec thing. I know you don't.
I don't get it. That's fine.
It's great. I'll send you a clip. There's
That's
definitely
also just a life thing.
There's a treat yourself clip out there.
Treat yourself is also just a life term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it, or did it come from Parks and Rec?
You know,
like 10 years ago.
That's up for debate.
7 years ago. 5 years ago. I don't know.
Maybe it came from that.
No, it's like treat yourself is one thing, but like treat yourself, that's from
I don't know if that's trademarked, so
it might be. They have merch for it.
Well, then we can't say it.
Oh, well, we're not selling anything, so we're being dumb.
Okay, well, time for us to go watch the stupid Bachelor show.
Yeah. Wait, we should just have a mini episode in between of us just like talking about random things in
about
our life.
Julia on The Bachelor. Fuck Julia on. Listen to your heart.
We like The Bachelor. It's probably our vice.
Julia is so dumb. Yeah, no, it is. We'll definitely
shitty dating reality shows is our vice, and we get
what
down.
Was the last one? Too Hot to Handle.
We watched Too Hot to Handle. We were watching Love Island.
Yeah, and Listen to Your Heart, Bachelor,
and
whatever.
And any Bachelor.
All Bachelors.
We didn't want to watch this Bachelor, but we are watching it because you have to. Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot be a part of the Bachelor Nation and then like avoid a Bachelor show.
We're dumb.
We're in the nation.
All right. Well, this has been great, y'all. We hope that you got something from this. Tell us what you think balancing is to you. When do you feel most balanced? We'd love to hear it. Subscribe, rate, comment.
Yeah.
Give us all the love. We love seeing it. We hope you guys have been enjoying this. We're having a great time, obviously. Hopefully our audio is good. Hopefully everything is working now. Yeah. If not, let us know that too.
Just kidding. Positive feedback only.
Yeah. Anyways, we love you. We'll see you.
Yeah, love ya.
Have a good rest of your week.
Yeah. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Where?
I went away. Oh, it's over there now.
Not a bug.
Oh, I definitely need this to be higher in the future. Is this our outro?
Yeah, probably.
I think.